Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Renzo here. Today I'm gonna share with you a sketch. I'm planning to paint this a little bit bigger. But let's see. First I need to see this in a small size and then decide if it's good enough to make it bigger. Okay. Hello Manuel, hello Michael. Okay, I got three photographs here. The upper one, the woman, is a photograph I found on the pixels. Okay, let's start sketching. I got here titanium white, cadmium orange, cadmium red, alizarin crimson, ultramarine blue, ivory black, and raw umber. Well, I use a little bit of linseed oil to start with the sketch. Maybe I remember it was in my third or fourth year in the School of Art. That was 2003, I think, that we started to make, to practice, let's say, to be creative. That was kind of tricky, it's been always kind of difficult for me. What I do now today and what I did at that time is basically just put things together like a collage. Okay, and that's what I did with this image. I got my sketch here on paper, and basically I'm gonna draw the woman here, around there, with the hand here. I'm gonna place the snake here, and the little fish around here. Okay, yeah, around there. Okay, that's the idea. I'm gonna change the colors a little bit. The snake is too bluish for me. Then I'm gonna make it maybe kind of greenish, but I'm gonna knock down the color. And another thing is I'm gonna just make the snake kind of go around her body. Okay. Okay, let me check out the size of the head, shoulders, neck. I'm pay more attention to her face, because at the end the snake could be bigger or smaller, and the fish could be bigger or smaller. I think that's not gonna affect. And after getting this sketch, maybe it's gonna be just stay like this and this size, or maybe I'm gonna make it bigger. I'm gonna make some changes. I'm gonna change colors or add something, or usually it's about changing colors. Okay, going back to that time, I remember an exercise. Just once, was a teacher. It was like it was kind of a pretty simple exercise. Okay, I was 21 at that time, and then I was so careful. I mean, I was so into drawing pretty good a face. I was trying really hard to do that, And this teacher, it was like, okay, let's draw, let's say, a face, okay, like this one. And now we're gonna create next to the face another version, but we're gonna simplify that face, and then another version, which we're gonna break up apart the face, and then another version where we're not gonna see the face at all. It's gonna be a complete. We're gonna destroy the image. Okay, I did it once, and to be honest, I couldn't make it. It's kind of difficult when you just love to see things and represent them. Being creative, it takes a lot of effort. I mean, at least for me. Okay, and I think that was a really nice exercise. Very pretty good exercise for people that wants to be really creative. At the end, I ended up painting my own things, because the last year in the School of Art, I was 24, I think, 25. There was no models to paint anymore, nothing. It was just or easels, and the teacher is there to tell us, okay, paint what you want. Okay, but you have to be creative. You know, the teacher was like, yeah, you painted a woman, now what? What are you gonna do? It's gonna be just that, or what? You need to add something more. You need to create a composition. You need to look for the colors, look for, you know, uh, so many things that you can just put. You know, you need to tell a story. It's so difficult to tell a story. Okay, let me say hi. Hello, Monique. Hello, Alan. Hello, Lady Death. Hello, Chris. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna change the bath hat here. I was thinking to just since the fish is here and then you know it has I don't know what's the name of this. Let's say his tail. I'm gonna just echo this portion of the fish on the hair. I'm gonna make the hair red. It just like it has like the same shape. Like I see here, and the same color. Yeah. Hello, Sacred Blue. Oh, Sacred Blue is saying hello, Miss Saturday's classes. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, come back. Yeah. Hello, Marius. Hello, Steve. Hello, Arabi. Oh, welcome. Okay. That's the name? Beta fish? Okay. That's a beta fish. Okay. Now, since this is sketch, first I'm going to establish values and color. Okay. I need a bigger brush. I need linseed oil. Okay. Now, first, the background. Just raw umber. Okay, now the point that is a couple of years that we have to practice for being creative, and it's amazing how some of my friends just came up with some amazing ideas, and out of nowhere, and a few of us used to just do what I'm doing right now. That is using something real and just adding more objects like a collage. It's kind of simple, you know. Let's say that it's gonna be around here. The fish. Maybe I should move the fish a little bit closer to her face. The hand is around here. Okay, let's see. Still looking for just darker values. Here's darker, dark, 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 in the background here. Okay. Hello, Jana. Hello, Roqueilla. Hola, Jesús. Hello, Tony. Okay. Let's continue. Now, I got the background. I think that's going to be enough. Now the hair. Just pure red. Okay, now for the little fish here. Okay, now let's see. Snake. I reversed the photograph. I found the photograph obviously that way and just flip it. Okay. Just thinking here. Okay, let's paint the snake. The snake. I need a little bit of yellow. I'm just using the same brush. Kind of different than when I paint a portrait, that I love to use like 10 brushes. When I sketch a painting like this, I don't care that much about the colors at this stage. That means that I can just use the same brush for red. Obviously, I just clean it with paper towel. But it's different for a portrait when I want just to keep, I want clean brushes. Okay, I think this is too greenish, but let's see, a little bit of red to knocking down the green. Oops, I added too much red. Now I have brown here. About composition, one thing that is pretty nice, if I paint it, let's say that I paint this, reverse it. Try to imagine this. When it's reversed, it's just like the fish, the woman and the snake, they are having a conversation. In this position, it's like the snake is about to attack the fish. I just spent like 20 minutes deciding how I wanted this composition, and that happens because of the way we read things. Okay, we read things from left to right, and everything that's facing to the right kind of feels that it's moving faster in a more like a violent way, especially when you have an animal here, the snake, that represents some danger, and you have a fish, which is kind of cute. Okay, but if I put the snake here and the fish here, you're gonna get the feeling that they are just speaking. There's a conversation going on there. Okay. Oh, hello, Nilu. Are they underwater? Oh no. We could be. Maybe. Lois Rael Aspuak. Now this is a sketch. I don't. When you paint, you do a sketch. Basically, let's say that you have a plan, but it's not a guarantee that you're gonna end up with the same that you started with. In this case, this is the beginning, but I think I'm gonna keep this. I like it. I like this, but I don't know. Okay, maybe I just erase the fish and place something different here. Hey, who knows? You know. Okay, knocking down this. And since this is about the whole painting, I just gonna just paint here a little bit and then move, here, and then I'm gonna be kind of jumping here and there. What about the color? That's good. I got like at least a couple of inches of canvas up here, which is pretty good because I want more hair on the top. Okay, going back to the School of Art when I started to trying to be creative. At the end I ended up just with this kind of collage setup, collage composition where I was looking for images. I used to buy magazines a lot, I mean, I got boxes like 100, 200 magazines. I used to buy them for $1. Just there's stores here that they sell just used, magazines, and that was pretty good for me. And at that time, I didn't have any computer, and I was speaking about 20 years ago, maybe more than 25 years ago. Okay, and I was looking all the time on the magazines. I find something interesting. I drew from the magazine, okay, and looking for more, and then I kind of starting just to create something, but it's not like it was the images that gave me the idea first. Okay, not a few times I've been trying to sketch out of nowhere without seeing anything. It didn't come out okay. It was like I need the visual information, not the visual information that I got in my head, not in my memory. I need to see the something. Then from there, to start to think about something more, or maybe from there I visualize an idea, something. Yeah. And I remember one of my first painting that I like a lot. Okay, it was it was like oh my god, I'm trying to remember. I think it wasn't that. It was like like okay, kind of difficult to explain a painting, but I like it kind of what the painting was telling, like let's say a nice story. Yeah, and because of that painting, I remember one of my friends at the time told me, "Hey, why don't you go to an art gallery? Take that painting with you, Not the other ones, because I used to paint things like let's say that they were between illustration and art. Okay, because when you paint something like this, surrealistic paintings, you're in the middle of that. It could just becomes an illustration or art. What we call art. Art is everything, obviously, but we used to speak that, and no, that's not the work of art. That's an illustration. I'm not saying the illustration is less than painting. That's the way that we used to express ourselves at that time. Okay, and when you paint things like this, it's kind of you're in the limit to make your work an illustration or a painting. And at the end, I don't care. Right now, I don't care. But at that time, it's kind of, let's say, for a gallery, for an art gallery, they wanted something original, but they don't want an illustration. I got a painting, I went to the gallery, and that was the first time that I got into an art gallery. Oh, already here. Oh, also the fish picture reminds me the Firefox browser image. Oh, okay, yeah, maybe. Okay, hello, white tigers. Okay, I get something. I'm not the only one who save images. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now I save more than before. You know, you have a limit with magazines. It's like you don't have space to storage. Then it was just too many, too much magazines. Steve is saying for some reason I'm seeing her underwater with floating hair. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe that would be pretty nice too. Yeah. And for me, it was like my work. You know, go daily and buy magazines. I need it. That's just like going right now on Google and browse for images or on Pinterest. I prefer Pinterest, and then I find, let's say, the inspiration there. Okay, and with a work of art like that, kind of creative, let's say, I'm saying kind of because I never thought that I'm not consider myself a creative painter. I consider myself like a, how can you say, a craftsman. I loved copying, you know, portraits. I love to just represent the expression on the face of the beauty of a face. The thing is that from that painting that I got into this art gallery, and then I had to paint more, you know, and for each painting, it took me like a couple of weeks just to have an idea, just to place a lot of photographs, cutting, you know, the magazines, putting them here and there, like making a collage, and see if I see something good there, something, you know. And eventually, when you keep repeating something again and again, starting to see some results. Yeah, definitely. Okay, that's practice. And I started to see some results. Obviously, I started to get some, let's say, nice compositions. I gotta say that the more difficult thing is the composition. Like the same way I told you about this, you know, imagine how simple it's just when you flip it and reverse something, it changes completely the message, if there is a message. It changes completely what you're perceiving. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Stopping just to squinting down my eyes and. Okay, what about painting this green and this green? I don't want a lot of color on the painting. Because I paint red, blue, green, skin color. Oh, that will be too much. And this green, it has too much yellow. I don't like it. I prefer a green with more blue. Another touch of black. Something mute, like this. Yeah, I prefer this color. The any color that has more yellow is more vivid, and that's gonna drive the attention. And I think between the yellow, red, and it's just too much. Okay, I think this color is better. Yeah. Now I'm gonna use the same for this fish. Okay, now I need a darker color for the background. Okay, let's see. Obviously, okay, a darker here is gonna make the snake pop here, obviously, yeah. Look at this, if I pick up pure black, not too much paint. I wanna be able to remove any color if I make a mistake. Okay, look at that. Let's say that this is a sharp edge. We cannot have a continuous edge like this, but let's say that's a sharp edge. That's gonna make this snake pop. If I do the same here, okay, I'm gonna make the same with the face. Okay, now, let's say that I decide to just make it soft here, or make it soft here. Okay, just keep the head. And here basically just keep the nose. And a little bit of the chin. Okay, I think that's good. That's good. Okay. The other I mean we have the one face, another face, another face here. Let's say, you know, that the characters of this movie, this story. 1, 2, 3. Okay. No. Obviously the human is the main character. Yeah, but the tension between these two, yeah, that's one thing that, you know, because a snake and a fish, okay, there is not a friendly relationship there. But between here, with this hair and this tail, it looks like there is something going on there, like not like, looks like they have something in common. Okay. They share something like, I don't know, but something. Let's see. Okay. Okay, a little bit of green with this skin color here. I'm gonna knock down the color here. Okay, I'm gonna mix orange and black. A touch of alizarin crimson. And linseed oil. Okay, let's see. Who's the more or the most creative painter that you know about? When it's about drawing, I always do the same things. You know, for example, for the hand, I look at the finger, look at the shoulder, look at here the wrist, look at the forehead. Okay. Now, obviously, the fish, you know, and the snake, it could be up or down. And speaking about the hand and the face and the shoulder. When I draw the shoulder, I'm thinking about the nose because I see an alignment there. Okay, a vertically alignment. Hola María Antonia, gracias. Nearly say now they feel sh- su- su- soothing, and I cannot read it. I got some icons from YouTube here on top. Okay. See. Okay, 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 okay. I want to soften here the face a little bit, and the shoulder, and the fish. Okay, I'm doing this because I want to see where I'm gonna just have some sharp edges and where I'm gonna keep some softness. Okay. Okay, just thinking right now that I got this sharp edge here, here. I need to add the nose in here. That's good, I think. That keeps everything here. Yeah. Now let's continue with values. Oh, hello, Tony. Did you ever use saber brushes? Saber brushes? Yeah. I have used a lot of brushes, and I don't keep track of all of them, and I keep switching from just what I find. If I want to speak about the best brushes that I have used, I gotta go back in time when I was in New York. That was a long time ago. And obviously there, I remember this store, Pear Paint store, in 42nd Avenue in Manhattan. And I used to go there because they have a lot of sales and for oil paints, good quality. And I bought, or you know, like few because they were pretty expensive. I remember buying like once a brush that it was like I think $60 at that time. And speaking about 20 years ago, that was for me like too much. But I touched the brush, I liked the brush, and I said, okay, I gotta buy this. You know, and I did it, and that's happened. The same that happens with me when I buy something pretty expensive. I keep it there without touching the brush for I think a year. It was like I wanna just use this for a special painting. Yeah. And I was keeping the brush just there. And one day I think my wife took the brush and they used it to prepare some canvases. I said, wow, oh my God. And she just left the brush there just to try. I almost died that day. I don't care that much now about those things, but that was like, wow. I rushed to just clean the brush. Uh, and just, and from there, it's maybe a couple more times that I bought some Martha sable brushes. Yeah. Obviously, if you can afford it, buy the best materials. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah. Another good example on that, because I just buy whatever I see. Sometimes I go and touch a brush and I think, okay, I like it. I think I can use this. How much is this? $1. Okay. I don't stop and say, oh no, that's too cheap. And no, I just buy it. And I love to buy some brushes in Dollar City. These ones here, but I use this one. I just basically kill this one. These ones just go really rough. I got like 12 brushes for $2, I think, or $3. Yeah, but don't follow my example. Just go and buy the best brushes you can afford, or the best brushes on the market. Definitely, that's gonna pay off. I mean, good brushes is a guarantee that you can lay down the paint easily. Okay. Sometimes I remember somebody just saying, "I cannot lay down the paint," and when I see the brush that this person was using, it was a synthetic, cheap brush, really stiff. It was new, really stiff. That was impossible to lay down the paint. Every time you lay down a brush stroke, you were just lifting up the paint. And but the thing is that you gotta, this different. My background is different. I live in Peru, South America. I studied like the, mm, let's say I got into the School of Art when I was 18 years old. At that time, maybe there was just one store here in Lima, or two stores that sells art materials. There's not too much to choose from. Okay, and yeah, basically just that. You cannot ask for anything. And as a student, for me, it was like, hey, I gotta just have money for for the bus, to eat, and yeah, basically to buy paper for the drawing class. What paper do you think I used to buy? The cheaper one. And that, I don't know, that I would say that that was an advantage for me today, because I could use any material, and I think, hey, that's gonna be, yeah, that's okay. But I'm not. That's when I say, don't follow my example. Nowadays, when I see the a nice, beautiful paper, I think, wow, this is just beautiful, and then I say, buy that paper. That's the best materials. Definitely are different, really different. Yeah. Now here in my country, there are a lot of stores you can go and buy. Not all the things that maybe you're gonna find on the store in USA or Europe, but definitely a lot. Enough to paint for a lifetime. Okay, I'm trying to knocking down the color, the green here. Okay, I'm thinking if I make it this more colorful, it's gonna look more like an illustration. That's why I'm knocking down the color. I can even make it kind of brownish, maybe. If my daughter was here, that she was saying like, what's 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 your problem with illustration? Why you keep saying that you don't want your painting looks like an illustration? Because she works, in illustration. She's studying animation, and I don't say anything like that in front of her. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, I knocked down the color there. Maybe maybe I gotta do it a bit more, but I'm just trying to mute down everything. Okay, I think it's good. Okay, let's paint this portion here. Okay, it's different from the blue from the image. You see, it's too bluish. And for the fish, I can't think about that. When you think about composition, remember that color is just like when you see an object. Imagine that you paint. This is your painting. You paint a huge apple here and a tiny apple here. There's no balance, yeah. And this huge apple is red, and this is just a mute green. You need to balance. Okay. Now think that you don't see an apple. You just see colors without form. That's the same. It's you need to balance. Like I'm trying to do this with this, the green here. Maybe I should add some green over here too. Okay. Oh, thank you, Marius. Hello, something. Oh, that's a that's a pretty good name. Love your work. Have a question. Do you use any turpentine or thinner for your paintings? Yeah, for today I'm using, but my channel usually I paint portraits, and I don't use when I paint portraits. I don't use that much of it. I don't use any medium. I just used linseed oil to paint the backgrounds. Just that. Yeah. And you see me sometimes using a lot of linseed oil, or you have seen that in some of the videos. Maybe in that video I was facing a problem with the canvas. That happened to me a couple of times. But it's not something that's just like a rule for me or something like that. No, like a few years ago, like let's say 5 years ago, I used to use a lot of linseed oil, basically linseed oil. And at some point I stopped using, and now I don't use it. Maybe in the next couple of years I'm gonna just go back and use linseed oil again. Just if you are using linseed oil because you got the feeling that the painting doesn't move like nicely on the surface, the problem is not the brushes, it's not the linseed oil. The problem is the canvas. I got this question so many times that how I prepare my canvases, because you see like the painting just move flows on the surface, and the thing is I just add 3 layers of gesso. Okay, yep, just that. Okay, I'm thinking about this. Let me see. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna make a white snake and a white fish. Yeah. Yeah. That's because I don't want a lot of color here. And maybe I should cool down the color on the background. And the only color that I could keep, that's going to be red and red in the skin color. Okay, I think that's a good option. And at the same time, I make by just making the snake white, it's going to look less aggressive. Okay. Now I'm thinking of different. Maybe it could be white here, and the snake turns black here. You know, you know why? Because I got the snake. I got the, you know, her shoulders here. Snake hand. It's just like something. It's just something's not okay about the composition. You know, I love obviously the position of the snake in this, but something is not about the right about the color in the composition. That's what I mean. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. That maybe I should knock down the colors, especially the green. You know, the more I see the green, the less I like it. No. Okay. Now, what about what I said about making this black? Okay, if I do that, I can just make all this dark. Yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of light on the hand. All this dark. It's gonna be light here, light here. Yeah, I think that's better. And just really knocking down color here. Thinking about value to just drive the viewer's eyes here. This is just black. Okay, I think that's better. Now I'm gonna knock down the skin color. let's see, and keep this soft. Dark. Okay, I'm gonna mute the light here. Yeah, squinting down my eyes, I see light, 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 light. Okay, I gotta take a decision. Yeah. I'm gonna knocking down this. I'm just thinking about the composition, the color, and all of that before I start working on details. Okay, if I don't do this, if you don't do this at this stage, then you're on your painting, let's say, creative one. The thing that would be that maybe you're gonna need to do this at the end, because when it's about something like this, it's not about painting a beautiful face. It's about, you know, make everything works together. And something that I never learned is just how to tell a story. You know, how to use this visual, images to tell a story. Okay, that's the more difficult thing, and there are rules for that. Okay, like when you, for example, let's say you play with something bigger and smaller. Something that's bigger is gonna looks more important. Okay, imagine that you change the size of the fish here. I change the size of the fish. I make it bigger. All of a sudden, this is gonna be more important. I make it colorful. It could become. It could compete with the face. Okay. Now I prefer this. I'm gonna need more raw umber. Okay, Chris. See you. Steve Williams said, "Do you let paintings dry and go back to them, or always finish in one sitting?" Oh no! When it's a portrait, I just love to try to finish up the painting in one sitting, but that's it. But this case is different. I usually go back to this paintings like this, like once, twice, I can let it just sit there for maybe a month even. Okay. Yeah, that's I got some paintings like even there in my even here in my studio for a year. Hola, Anil. And yeah, what can you do when something like this? To be honest, you don't know exactly how to, or have a lot of doubts. That's normal. Okay, that's okay. Don't think that that's something that's not okay. That you gotta just you're not good and just painting something, creating a composition. No, that's normal. Yeah. And that happens so often. Okay, I got another question. I think here. Okay, Jean Paul Van Eyck. Oh, thank you, Jane or Jean. Yeah. Hello, Nikki. Oh, okay, okay, Nikki. Okay, take care, Nikki. Soon recovery. I'm trying to knock down the green first before I make it white. Since it's greenish, I'm adding this that has a little bit of red. Okay, I think that's better. I'm knocking down the green. I think I'm gonna use this for the skin color too. Okay, I'm gonna make some black and raw umber. Let's start just adding some sharp edges here. First, the light is coming from right, and there's light on top of this fish. Let's put more light on top of this fish. Just pure white. You have a choice when you paint light on an object. You just add pure white, just white, and make it a mute, or you just add a touch of yellow and make it brightest. Okay, but the yellow is going to drive the attention to that area. You see the photograph, there's some yellow below. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I'm not going to paint it because I don't want too much color on this paint. Okay, it's mute enough. Kind of a transparent fish. I didn't paint the shadow yet. Okay, but like it. Okay, now on the face. I gotta knock down the skin color too. Now let's pick up some pure black and raw umber. I'm gonna add more contrast there. Hello, Carol. Hello, Tony. What make of brush? Oh, what brand of brush? They want to color and okay, this brush is a liner brush. This one is a liner brush. It comes in different, this every time that I buy the same brushes in a different set, different package, it's the same brushes but with different brands, different names. Something. 1 second. Okay. Let's work on the face. I'm gonna move the nose to the left. Just there. Just the nose. The forehead is gonna be soft. Okay. Now below the nose, I gotta tilt the nose a bit more. I did use this brush yesterday, I didn't clean it. I'm gonna clean it with linseed oil. Okay, I think that's better. Oops. Okay. Okay, let's see. Eyes. Okay, one eye, the other eye. I'm squinting down my eyes just to group all the values here. Okay. Paper towel, a little bit of water. Okay. Lower eyelid. Now the nose. Here paint a sharp edge. Okay, if I paint a sharp edge there, I'm gonna make the nose pop. Okay, let's see. Let's step back and check out. I don't like it yet. It's in the ugly stage. And then I'm gonna love this paint. I mean, not today's, on today's session. We're gonna finish with this one. Okay, here's the snake. The eye, let's say, is kind of halfway from the nose to the back of his neck, around there. Yeah. I'm not gonna paint a lot of details on the snake. Maybe a bit more details just on the face. But here I want to make it soft, kind of blurry. You know, you see the photograph, you see just beautiful colors on the snake. I love those colors, but I think if I paint everything like that, definitely it's not gonna work with my composition. Even right now, I think I added too much light. Hello, Show Ka or Ki. Sorry if I mispronounce. Hello, Ronald Richie. thinking, that if I should make uh, the shadow on the face pretty dark, or I should knock down the light on the snake's face. Let's see. Okay. I want to grade down the color a bit more. I think I made a mistake when I started with maybe too much green and red. I'd like it better now, but I still think that I can knock it down a bit more. Maybe the hair is something that I like. I don't think that I would need to sacrifice the hair. Okay, let's paint here for a little bit of gray. Here too, black and white. Okay, it's more opaque. I see a little bit of the red of the hair. I think I like it better now. Yeah. No, red, red. Okay. Okay. Now, what about more contrast? Uh, Pure black. That's the obviously that's the darker one. Can put it here. Okay. Yeah. Uh, I like it. I like it now. Still see a little bit of green here. Yeah, I don't want to see that. Maybe, maybe it's okay. And here's where we doubt a lot because I'm moving, thinking that I want to knock down the whole painting. Then at some point, maybe I'm gonna think, hey, I get rid of all the colors. Now, what looks like what? Like a monochromatic painting. Yeah, but yeah, we gotta take the risk. Okay. Okay, what about the face? I still think that the skin color is too orangey. Yeah, I need to knock down the skin color. I'm using gray. I gotta just leave a little bit of red on top because it's closer to the hair. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. I need a couple of brushes that I don't have here. I need to go to the next room to pick up those brushes. Just 1 minute. I'm back. Okay. Went for more brushes. I have this one. Okay. When I went for the brushes, I was thinking about bringing a color. Okay, I forgot. Forgot the color. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's see. Oh, I got a question here. Shoka, I'm looking for to learn portrait drawing course. Do you have such course or courses? I, I have mostly draw alone sessions and paint alone sessions, but a course that to explain like about that portrait specifically, no. It's more about practicing, just drawing. Every Thursday we draw from 7 p.m. to kind of 11 p.m. And yeah, the same way that for the paint alone lessons, it's kind of similar to what I do here. The difference obviously is that everybody paints with me and I critique the paint in some real time. And obviously you can just watch all the recorded sessions. I have paint alone sessions Saturdays. For example, tomorrow we're gonna paint with pastels. Okay, and next, maybe a landscape or an animal. Saturdays we basically just paint still lifes, animal landscapes, no portraits. And we draw on Thursdays nights portraits, and we paint portraits Sundays. Saturdays is more, let's say, relaxing. I should I should prepare a drawing course and a painting course. I will do it. I don't know when, but it's in my plans. see. Okay, let's paint a little bit of the fish. Oh, first the hand. Okay. The fish eye is just a dot here. Okay. I did shadow here and shadow here. Okay, let's put down some red, some pure red. Okay, I'm gonna clean here. Since my canvas is orangey, it's gonna be better. It's gonna help this color just glow a bit better. Okay. Let's see, I think that's too yellowish. Sorry. Okay, Nikki, bye. Hello, exploring history. Okay, let's see, let's see. Oh, Nilu's saying a bit of red to the snake too. Okay. No, I mean I want to get rid of the glare. I see a lot of glare on my painting. Yeah, about color, I want to knock down all the colors. I just want to see the red. That's what I want right now, but let's see if that works. As we continue working, we see when something is it's not okay. And I need to let this painting dry. I'm not gonna be able to finish up this here. think I gotta move the nose a little bit up. It's pretty difficult when it's too small. I usually paint small, but portraits, small portraits, face it fits in the whole canvas. But for this, it's just pretty tiny. It's kind of difficult to work on all the values in the face. Gotta do something about the arm. Looks like this arm is too long. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have a sharp edge just on the shoulder. Let's see. This. Something's not okay with my drawing on the neck. Okay, I gotta redo this drawing. Okay, muscles going here, 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 clavicle, clavicle. Okay, shadow below the clavicle. Another shadow here. Oh, I got, how, Chris D is asking, how are you choosing your colors for the shading? In this painting, I'm basically choosing just thinking, I'm thinking about just light and shadow. I'm not thinking in terms of temperature, nothing like that. Okay, I want to mute the whole painting. I started this painting with more color, and as I'm painting, I was thinking like I had too much color. Okay, and I thought, hey, what about if just knock down everything and just add color just to the hair, red, and here on the fish to his tail. I don't know what's the name. Sorry. Okay, but in order to do that, I gotta just keep everything kind of really mute, and that's what I've been trying to do. Okay, now at this stage, since it's a sketch, I'm not thinking that the light should be warmer or cooler. Everything is neutral. I'm just thinking about the whole composition. At some point, I start thinking about temperature, and then I start thinking about the color of the shadows. If I need to add a thin layer of, let's say, a cool color. Okay, and the simple way to, let's say, to do this for me is just think that the shadows are just brown, and just brown, and that way I'm not worried that much about that, and I keep thinking about what I want right now, because right now it's not about finish up, like I said before, just the fish, the hand, and everything perfectly. It's about that as I paint, to try to see the composition in colors. Okay, but what's gonna be? I mean, if I got this snake like the one you see in the photograph, that's blue, and the fish blue, and the hair red, that's gonna be too much color. That's gonna be like color screaming out loud from here and there. Okay, and I'm not saying that that's okay. That's good. Yeah, it could be good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure maybe if I paint this twice, I could choose to paint the second time more colors. But right now, what I had in mind, it was uh, more something like not too colorful, not too saturated. Okay, something more mute. And I was thinking about a focal point, and I was thinking how I'm going to balance the three characters that we see here, like the snake, the face, and the fish, and not drive the attention to one of those because of the size or because of the color. Okay, and uh, yeah, like. And when I started the painting, I painted the snake green. I saw the snake. It was too colorful. That was driving my attention too much, more than anything. And I muted. And the skin, hair skin, it was colorful too. And I got the same feeling. Like I got color on the skin, color on the snake. You know, I was thinking, no, that's too much. I want to just balance things out, but I want something mute. Okay, I want to see the hair glowing. I mean, I like that idea. I like that idea now. I'm not saying that's the best idea, but I'm choosing to make the red here and the red here on the fish. What's the name? Somebody knows about how's the name of this area? Well, thank you, Karen. That fish living out of water? Yay! Fins. Oh, thank you, Mary. Yeah. Okay. And now that's why you see this. Pretty sure that your eyes goes over, okay, on the light here, light, and red. Okay. I'm still working on trying to balance all this. Maybe I'm gonna knock down the light on the snake here. Okay, or maybe I'm gonna knock down the color a bit more on the light on the face. Or I need more light on her face. Or more contrast. Right now it's kind of dreamy. Okay, and I'm moving slowly to add more and more contrast. Now obviously if I'm thinking like I want a lot of contrast, my only option that would be just pick up black with a little bit of blue or alizarin crimson. And you see this value is darker. As I blend this and I spread it, it's not that darker anymore. It's not that dark anymore. But that's the way I control the values. Okay, if I decide to make it really dark, like the same way that when we want something like pretty bright, we add thicker paint. That would be the same for this. We can add thicker paint to make it black. Okay, but I think it's not the time yet to do that. It's just like when you draw. When we draw, we go slowly. Darkening up the drawing slowly, checking out everything, stepping back, putting it upside down. We don't want to just make everything dark. We don't want to get everything light. Control the values is pretty tricky. Now we need to move slowly. Okay. Now another thing is about edges. I want a sharp edge on the nose, that's for sure, but not on the forehead. Okay, what about the shoulder? I think I can just sharpen the shoulder, or maybe not. When you think about one thing, you gotta think about the relationship with something else. If I sharpen the shoulder here, that's gonna affect the snake here and the fish here. In some way. The thing is that the photograph is show us everything sharp, but that's the photograph. Okay, now I can think, you know what? I can just make the snake going here, the face, sharp edge, and move into the fish. Okay, or I can try to create some depth here. By what? By making the edge soft and even lost. What if I do this on purpose, like really, really lost? Okay, now I'm doing that to create what? The illusion that does receding. Okay, now what else I can do? I can make the hand sharp here. Okay, to create the illusion that is coming forward with the fish. The hand is important. Yeah, I like the idea of this hand coming forward. Okay. The thing is that when we are painting something that is not a copy, exactly copy of, of a representation or painting, let's say, we gotta deal with these things always. A bit darker here, a bit lighter there, more or less contrast, more or less color. Okay. Okay. What about this? Here, a little bit of a sharp edge for the snake, and here soft. And with that, you see how you continue adding details, more or less details here and there. Just be careful that when we usually paint details, we think that details are about sharp edges everywhere. Just be careful, because the more sharp edges you add here and there, the more cartoonish your painting is going to look. Okay, if you check out a master painting on a museum, you're going to see that they have a lot of soft edges. And when we see our painting looks cartoonish, say, why? Because we have a lot of sharp edges, and we think the edges details. And that happens because we're gonna paint details, because we think details are gonna make the painting beautiful. Okay, now here I have like 1 more inch, and I'm planning to paint all this like let's say a roof that's gonna be red. Not pure red, obviously. There's gonna be a variation of red, darker red here, lighter red here and there. No, I'm mixing with a little bit of orange. I'm gonna add glazes to this painting. That's gonna helps me with to create to let's say create some harmony. A glaze of one color, it can just make everything just work as a unity. Okay, I think that's enough for today. I gotta let it dry and then let's see, let it rest, check out the contrast, take a picture and see if I gotta just uh, don't make it more or less colorful. I like it right now. You know, I start seeing a bit of color, more color just on the hair. That's what I wanted. I don't like this orange that I added there. But anyway, I see orange here too on the fish. Okay. Yeah, I think uh, when it's a painting like this, obviously, it's not about finishing up a painting in just one session. Take your time. Usually, the first layer is thin. I mean, not too much paint. And another thing that I would say I would recommend is just don't leave any sharp edge unless you're pretty sure that you're not gonna move anything or something is just exactly there. You're not gonna move it. Otherwise, soften the edges. I got a question. What is your opinion on starting the painting dark as you can go than sneaking up on it like a charcoal portrait? No, sneaking up. Yeah, I mean, you know, I have a teacher. I remember my teacher. He used to paint on a black canvas. The result it was amazing, but he used to paint a lot of layers, let it dry and again, let it dry and again, let it dry and again. Well, you waiting a lot because you know when you paint on top of black, you gotta let it dry at least I'd say a week because the color is gonna just it's gonna become a little bit darker because the black beneath the surface is gonna show through, and then you add again another layer. I think his work was amazing. I think the process was too exhausting. It was too much. I don't know. It's my opinion. Okay, I prefer to start like a drawing, you know, going darker slowly. But that's me. At the end, each one of you have to find your own way. What's gonna work with you, for you exclusively, like a darker background, a mid-tone, white canvas, you know. Exploring history saying, can you make tail of the snake wrap around her arm? Oh yeah, yeah. Here too. Yeah. Why not? Yeah, definitely I can do that. I don't think I'm gonna do it today. I think it's a good time for me just to let the painting dry. Check out my mistakes. I'm gonna just go over this painting maybe later tonight after let the painting rest. But I'm gonna go back to the painting just to check out drawing mistakes. Okay, I'm gonna measure. Like maybe I'm thinking right now the nose is too long. Yeah, the nose is too long, and yeah, I gotta just fix things like that, moving the nose a little bit up. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Jonas. I think what will happen if you use acrylics on oil painting, which is dry? Okay, it's okay using oil paint on top of acrylics, not acrylics on top of oil paints. It's not gonna stick. Eventually, it's gonna just fall off. Yeah. Okay, but I have seen, I remember a few paintings with that just painting acrylic on top of oil paint. I have seen the paintings and nothing happened to them for years. But eventually it's gonna happen. It's easier just for the painting to fall off when it's, you know, acrylic is the medium is water, oil paint is linseed oil. You know, water and oil doesn't stick together. Okay. Now the face, the size of the head, the size of the arm. I think that's okay. The snake. Yeah. What about the background? Maybe a wall, or so it could be like somebody said, like in the middle of the ocean because the hair is moving. Yeah. What about contrast? They make everything darker, or keep it like that: dark here, dark, light, a mid-tone here, a mid-tone here, or everything darker. Okay, I don't know yet. I don't have an answer for all those questions. I gotta think about that. And as you see, I'm just leaving this area pretty soft. Here too, soft. Okay, this soft. That's how you just gotta leave your painting for the next session. just the face that I think that's okay. I'm just leaving a sharp edge here. Okay. Oh, Monique is saying that, will you finish this on another live session? Oh no. You know, sometimes after this, I just go back to the painting, sometimes for an hour, or sometimes for 20 minutes to fix something. And then I leave the painting there. And then next week for just 1 more hour. And I let the painting dry. And I keep doing that so many times. Okay. And all of a sudden one day I'm gonna just paint this one for 6 hours. Or I'm gonna repaint it or erase something or change my mind, you know. About color, about composition, about brush strokes. I don't have enough paint. I want to see more paint here to have more volume on the face. Okay, I think that's it for today. Oh, exploring history. Okay, I think will you show us the finished painting along with the paintings from your parents? Oh yeah, of course. John is saying, when you are painting a part like the chain, is it important to do it with one stroke or to learn the distance better? One stroke. Yeah, it depends. Oh, speaking about the chain, I'm gonna just soften that because I don't so sure about this. It depends. Sometimes I just one brush stroke. Sometimes I go with tiny brush strokes. You know. I'm making this softer because I'm not so sure if I'm gonna move it up or down or narrow it, make it shorter. I don't know. I need to measure for this. I'm gonna keep the nose, even that I think that the nose is maybe too long. Okay, thank you, Exploring History. Maybe show us when finished on the future live stream. Yeah. I will try to make it. Okay, I think that's it for today. Saludos, Abran. Yeah, you know, it's like I could be here like for 2 more hours. The thing is that I know that I'm not gonna do too much in 2 hours or 3 or 4 hours. Okay, I like what I see right now. You know, look at sharp edge here on the face, everything kind of soft, kind of dreamy. Okay, but the painting looks kind of washed out, not too much contrast, but that's okay. That's okay at this stage. Yeah? And I want to see this. I don't want to destroy this. I want to just rest my eyes from this painting. Okay, and see it maybe tomorrow, maybe, you know, at night. I think I'm gonna check out. I said, you know, at night today at night. But that's gonna be to check out drawing. I'm gonna measure for example this distance. I'm gonna measure this with this, all possible measurements to make corrections to the woman, the hand, the face, and the shoulders. Okay, and then I'll let the painting dry. I don't care about the snake or the fish because it could be a smaller, bigger. I think that's okay. Yeah, it's important obviously, but not that important. It's more important just to, let's say, the composition right now. Pay attention, the composition. Composition, not just how big, I mean, it's about that. How big is this fish? How big is this? But at the same time, color. Okay, color harmony. If everything has a lot of color, what you gonna see first? Now, I'm thinking right now, lighter value. Color. This is not a lighter value. It's just color. And all the rest is kind of grayish. You know what I'm thinking right now? That maybe I'm gonna add a glaze of yellow ochre, pretty transparent to warm up this. Okay, okay, that's gonna be just for today. Uh, okay, thank you, White Tigers, Lisa, everybody here. Take care, you all, and see you all next week. I would love to finish up this on a live session, but I don't know. I should try, eh? But to do that, I could plan this ahead more for the second session, because right now this one is just like I can go crazy and just wipe it off everything at the end, or just soften everything like even more, just because I'm not so sure that if I'm gonna change something. I noticed something that the snake, it goes like this, and it doesn't look like this is the snake too. It looks like something different. It should be thicker here, thicker, and then thicker here. Okay, I'll work on that. Take care, everybody. Thank you for being here, and see you all next time. Bye. Don't forget to like the video if you like it.